The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. We're just 2 steps away from the Super Bowl, and we're underway in this NFC Divisional matchup. Starting from the 5. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And he finally steps out, but it seems the damage has been done. That's down inside the enemy 40.
Just feels appropriate for them. All season, their special teams, they've been lauded for their ability to impact a game in an instant. And here in the playoffs, on a big stage, they're doing the exact same thing from the jump, with an incredible return to set up a very short field.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Throwing right away here, Howell. On target to his back, here's Christian McCaffrey. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Second and 3 now. From the 32. And that one's going to hit the turf. This one intended for the running back. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Play action here with Howell. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. That was Kayvon Thibodeau there to wrap him up. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. They stick with McCaffrey. And they'll stop him after a short pickup to the 24.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Howell from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. A give left side to McCaffrey. And that's going to be a touchdown. It's on the board for now, but will it stand? We got to see what this flag is all about. the shotgun. Howell. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Another try following the sack. And got his man. That's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Deebo Samuel, the touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Coming out throwing is Williams. Buys time, rolling right. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
It's taken in by Roma Dunze. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 27 on the play. And that's good for a Bears first down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Hits his target, that's DJ Moore. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's a Chicago first down. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. Escapes the pocket. Coming near the goal line. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears finish off their opening drive. It's a Roma Dunze touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That one right down the middle. And the Bears start off well to tie things 7-7. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. He fields it from the 8. And this drive will start inside the 25. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. First down, Howell. He fires one deep down the right sideline. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Now out of the shotgun. And this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands. Couldn't hang on. It's going to be 4th down.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
He has it at the 13. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. He picks up 16 on the good return. And it's going to be Bears football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Williams. Chased out to his right. Now here he goes. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
Here's 2nd and 5. Oh, he got some air under this one. Deep down the middle. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball. Incomplete.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down. On 4th down, it's Torrey Taylor on for the Bears to punt this away. Secures this at the 17. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And the 49ers will go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Going run again with McCaffrey. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Tackle made by Jaquan Brisker. No gain here after a gain of only 1, and now they'll face 3rd and 9. Howell now. Pearsall there to grab it. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yep, Brock, I think he safely got that 1st down before the hit.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And he gets him around 6 there. Tyreek Stevenson getting up to track that one down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's Howell. Forced out to his right. He can run it. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's a 49er 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Here's Howell, 1st and 10. He puts some power on a deep one left. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Howell again on 2nd and 10. This ball's caught by McCaffrey. And that will not be enough for a 1st down. That'll do it for one quarter of this NFC Divisional Round matchup. Both teams neck and neck so far. back to Soldier Field in just a moment. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They're moving it well, but now face a 3rd and short. Throwing now, Howell. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it brings up a San Francisco first down. They're set up at the 35 now. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
It's got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. And this is down across the 30 before it's stopped. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him with 3rd and 3.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
That's taken in by Samuel. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
To the air on first down. Howell into the hands of Samuel. Complete. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second and 6 coming up here. McCaffrey running between the tackles. And he's stopped down at the 16 after a small gain. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Howell. And that's incomplete. He's going to wish he hung on to that pick there, but it's still going to bring up 4th down. Jake Moody out for the 49ers field goal try. This will be around a 33-yarder for him. Well, Brock, he missed it. An easy kick, but he mishit it left. And the score remains knotted 7-all.
Even the best kickers on earth, they'll miss one every once in a while, and it stinks. I guarantee you he wants that one back. But all he can do now is push forward. Short memory, best kickers always have, and convert the next time around.
And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
He's got it inside the 10. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. They'll try again from the 4. It's 2nd and goal. Williams from the gun. That'll be complete to Ford. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up. It'll be a field goal try now for Joshua Carty. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Sly's kick is up and good. And that's going to break our tie and give him a three-point advantage.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give him the lead.
Return coming from the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. The 49ers find themselves in a great spot to start this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. That was Kayvon Thibodeau there to wrap him up. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
2nd and 10 now. Gobbled up on the right side. That's Ayuk. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48. Trying an option here. Play to the left. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Back to throw. Here's Howell. This one's out to Pearsall. Oh, the football's loose. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. New set of downs for him from the 46. Williams to throw on 1st. That one falls incomplete. Couldn't make the connection deep downfield.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Williams set to pass. Complete out to the right. And they get this down to the 28. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Soldier Field. The Bears working here. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Williams to throw. Touchdown, Chicago! To rock this offense, looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Carty now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bears make it a 10-point ball game. Carty has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Fielded at the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Howell. An alert play defensively there. Got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw, almost an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Howell from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That throw was looking for Brandon Ayuk. So now it's going to be third and long.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. To throw, Howell. Got a man, McCaffrey has it. Space past the 35. And now he's going to head out of bounds after a nice game. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
First down, Howell. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. Second down coming up.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Throw again. It's Howell. Completed here to McCaffrey. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Into traffic, complete. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Howell out of the shotgun. And not a great choice on first down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so second down coming up.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
Second and 10. Here's Howell. He'll get this to Samuel. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bears territory. Going on third, Howell. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. San Francisco calls it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. Now we'll throwing for it. They can't connect as the coverage comes through. The fourth down stands.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And that That one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. Now throw in the direction of DJ Moore. So second down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Williams throwing again here on second down. He's on the move. He's on the move. And he's able to get it past midfield and down onto the 49er side. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Williams to throw on third. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the big game downfield. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. Angling this one in from the right hash, the challenge here. Slide's kick is up and good. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Somebody is going to the NFC Championship game from this one. Let's find out who as our second half gets underway. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Williams. Rolling left, buying some time. He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time, secondary, they got real sticky, stayed tight and forced the throw away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Completed over the middle. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Greg Greenlaw getting there for the stop. Niners countering with a 5th defensive back on this 3rd down. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. That one's incomplete over the middle.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Chicago brings out the punting unit. Got 49 on his first punt. This one looks even longer. And a big hit on the return to stop it cold. 65 yards on the punt there. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Howell back to throw. Throw left side, complete. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Second down now, 7 to go. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes them to 3rd and 5.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Here's Howell. Complete beyond the marker. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out. That one gains 7. And that's a 49er first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Howell. Brought in by Ayuk. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. That was Kayvon Thibodeau there to wrap him up. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
McCaffrey on 3rd down. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball. But a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. To the air on 1st down, Howell. Completed to his running back. And he goes out, just needed 1 more step there to reach midfield.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. On the counter, McCaffrey. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play. Whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They get an even 10 on that play. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down. Throwing now, Howell. That's taken in by Samuel. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
On 1st and 10, it's McCaffrey. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. And the shotgun, Howell. Pass is caught at the 9. Touchdown, San Francisco! All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
On is Moody for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the 49ers get it back to within 6.
49ers 14.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. This return starts at the 5. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Williams from the gun. On the move, headed right. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd, Williams. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
3rd and short here, trying to pass. Finds his man over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. It's incomplete. A risky throw to the sideline. They're lucky that defender didn't keep on going down the sideline there. It's going to be 2nd down. He'll throw it yet again. Moore's got it. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Short pass brought in. And he's marked down, it looks like at the 32-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. 1st down, Williams. Komet brings it in. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Williams will look to throw. And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked off on 1st down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Working from the gun, Williams. Buys time, rolling right. Now he takes it. And he works this to the 38 before going now. We're down to 1 quarter to play in this NFC Divisional round matchup. It's Bears football. They just need to close this quarter out, and they're on to the next round.
Are you kidding me?
And the 49ers in a nickel set. 3rd down coming. Out of the gun, here's Williams. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Escapes the pocket.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he could get the 1st down.
Williams to throw. Chased out to his right. Catch is made in close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. To throw is Williams. Escapes out to the left. And the 49ers get there and take him down. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction. It's one of the biggest moments of the game for Joshua Carty. From the left hash, 34 yards away. Slide's kick is up and good. And that'll make it a 2-score game.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Isaac Arindo. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Powell from the gun. Couldn't bring it in over the middle. Incomplete.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Sending a receiver left. Rolling on 3rd. Howell. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he almost reaches the 45 before going out. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a 49er first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Howell out of the shotgun. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. They kick the running back in motion. Second and 10. Here's Howell. Cut out left. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. To the air on first down. Howell. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
I think everybody in the building was already thinking about the next play to run as they watch that short throw to the tight end. That's a gimme. You don't expect to see many of those drops.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Throw again. It's Howell. Into the hands of Samuel. Complete. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Throwing now, Howell. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
They're set up at the 35 now. Here's Howell, 1st and 10. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Now Howell to throw. Connection made to Isaac Garindo. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down. He sends this one to the end zone. And that one's incomplete. Pretty fortunately so. That was a big risk. Nearly an end zone turnover. Instead, it brings up 4th down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Howell throwing for it. Throw is caught by the back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. They'll come up 1st and 10. Working from the pistol, Powell. Hits him on the out route. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. It's a pickup of 11. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Howell again on 2nd and 10. And finds Ayuk complete. And it looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line. Third and 4 coming up now. And the shotgun, Howell. Can't connect over the middle, it's incomplete.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And it pulls them back within 1 score here in the 4th.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Williams from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Working from the gun, Williams. Forced out to his right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't find DJ Moore on that throw. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Back to throw it. He's on the move. That's Moore with a catch out left. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. They get 6 and a 1st down as well. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. A give up the middle to Ford. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. It's the 2-minute warning from Chicago. Bears leading by 6. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 42. And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go. Gotta figure out this third down here. Looking to throw. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And now they're staring at 4th and long. On now comes their punter. Getting about 50 yards of boots so far, and here's another quality effort. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. They connect on the deep shot. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Short pass brought in. This play heads out of bounds. Marker down, though, Brock. Could be some free yards here. Just a momentary loss of focus, a break in discipline, and not a good moment individually as he gets hit with that personal foul. So now then, after the penalty, this is 1st and goal. He'll look to throw it. He brings it in. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Setting up to pass. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Throwing now. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete. A close game is going to stay close, Brock, so long as plays like that are being made in big situations.
Yeah, in these tight games, you got to have your defense making plays just like that in the red zone. Here we got a defender in particular coming through with a big hit to keep points off the board.
Desperation time here on 4th. And it falls incomplete. Can't find the end zone. They stop him, and they'll still trail as they turn it over on downs.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Ford straight ahead. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. So Soldier Field sees another win for the Bears. And their run through the playoffs has reached the penultimate stop on the tracks. The conference championship game next week. And they're going to need the same type of effort from this game, Brock, to carry forward to reach the end of the line and earn that Super Bowl appearance. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Bears winners as we say so long from Chicago.